everyone. Welcome to Brandy's Cards, another Friday night fun night. So it is October 1st, 2021. So happy October. I'm so excited. I love the fall weather and I love sweatshirts and I'm excited for it to get cooler. So I hope you guys are too. Although I did see some folks in here from sunny Florida. So definitely will be jealous, when there's snow and it's a little chilly and things like that. But welcome everybody. I'm so glad to have you here with me today. So I am super excited about my host code gifts this month. So excited. So if you haven't seen it yet, last week we did the really cute stamp set with the Seasons of Fun. So that was really fun and we watercolored. And so that is one of my host code gifts, and so is the Amaryllis Abloom. I love this set. I gifted it to my team during our team craft day, and everybody seemed to really enjoy it. So I wanted to make sure that I could get this stamp set for y'all as well, because I think you're gonna love it. It's so versatile, super cute, and I'm super excited to see that you're excited to see some of the ideas of what we can do with it. So I have on Brandy's Cards, I've got 6 tutorials that you can download. Super excited about that. But this afternoon, I went rogue and I decided to create more cards. And Amanda's like, I thought we already had like a lot. And I'm like, I know, but like I have this other idea in my head. So anyway, we decided that, I decided and Amanda was just willing along for the ride and so great. She's like, I don't think I've had a break. And I'm like, oh, I don't want you to, be upset with me. She's not. She's not. But anyway, we had a lot of fun. So we pulled these together and the tutorials. So, I'm super excited. So if you like all the cards today, I'm going to show you them all and I'm going to create some new ones for you. So if you like all the cards today, I would love for you to like and subscribe to Brandy's Cards. And of course, there will be a tutorial for you and you'll have to go over to BrandysCards.com and you can download those. All right. So I'm just going to say hi and see who's here real quick. Hi, Julie, and hi, Bonnie. And I see Donna's in here and Louise. Oh, it's so good to see you. I feel like I'm just in town with all my friends. I wish we could all be together. Can you imagine if we were all together crafting? Holy moly, right? First off, it would look like a bomb went off because that's what happens when we all get together crafting, right? But it would be so much fun. It would be awesome. So that would be pretty cool. Hi, Heather and Christine. Hi, Shirley Richards. It's so good to see everybody in here, and I hope everyone's doing well. Hi, Patricia Sigsby. Thanks for being here tonight. And I wanted to let you know I really appreciate your email. You're just the sweetest, and I love you to pieces, and I'm glad that you received your Hope Box. I love that paper pumpkin kit, the Hope Box. And I sent out my host code gift this week, and we put in the card, we gave you a little challenge. I challenged my team as well during our team craft day to make 4 cards and to send them out, one to the mailman, right? Because without him, we wouldn't receive our cards, although mail is supposed to be slower, right? So I just got that memo. And so I'm going to send that memo to y'all because it appears that the post, the USPS, they can actually hold mail like 5 days longer before they send the package. So anyway, we'll see how that goes. But anyway, I challenge them to give one to your postman or your postwoman, and then also maybe to a family member, a friend, and somebody you don't know. Maybe a first responder, somebody who works in the grocery store. It doesn't even matter, but share the love with your beautiful cards, right? So I hope some of you take that challenge. All right, so, I see somebody registered for the Creative 8 retreat. Yay! I'm so excited about that. I have finished my projects and I've written the tutorials and Miss Amanda's gonna help me edit those next week. I'm so excited. The challenges are going on right now. So if you haven't had the opportunity to register for the Creative 8 retreat, you want to do so right away. And the reason is we can get you in the Facebook group for our online stamping retreat. And then you can participate in the challenges. Not only is it fun to participate and it kind of stretches you maybe a little bit, but it also gives you the opportunity to be inspired by all of the other amazing crafters out there that are sharing. We have everybody from all different levels of crafting, so I find that super inspirational and I love it, and I find lots of ideas, and anyway, it's pretty cool. So to register, you're going to go over to BrandysCards.com, and in the navigational bar, you can click on Register for Creative 8. The event is October 23rd. So it's a Saturday, and myself and 3 of my best friends, Sharon Armstrong, Jackie Bolheis, and Connie Stewart, we all come together to bring you a super fun day with lots of laughs and giggles, and hopefully lots of creative ideas too. So that's the goal. So if you have any questions, definitely reach out to me. And if you got questions in the chat, Miss Amanda or Priscilla, I know Robin has also joined us for, I think, all of the retreats. And so there's lots of folks in here that can answer your questions and let you know that, you know, what it's like. It's a lot of fun. And of course, if you're one of my team members, if you're on my team of Blooms and Butterflies, you had the opportunity to earn the retreat for free. So for those of you that have earned it, congratulations. And I will be sending out an email invite, hopefully this weekend. So that's my plan. So you can expect that soon. Okay, I'm excited. Let's get crafting. What do you guys think? Okay, so we're gonna get some crafting in here. Hi, Deborah and Super Grandma 4. I love that. And Michelle is in here. And Patty Duffy. Hello, Miss Patty from Fort Lauderdale. And Trudy. Hi, Trudy. It's so good to see you in here, too. I think about you often. Hi, Priscilla. It's so glad to have you here. Thank you for joining me tonight, my sweet friend. All right, so let's get crafting. So the stamp set that we're going to use is the Amaryllis Abloom. So that is the set that I am super excited to use with you today. I've had a few questions like, where in the world did you find that set? I can't even find it. Well, that makes sense because it's actually in the July through December mini catalog. Brandy calls it the holiday catalog because, you know, there's holiday items, but Stampin' Up calls it this. So anyway, little, you know, so there you have it. But in this catalog, we have some exclusive, we've got some exclusive products here in the back. And so these products are exclusive to, if you place a qualifying order and the chart is down here, then you earn rewards in which you can order these gifts. But you can only order these if you have host rewards. And so I'm super excited. This month I am going to order these stamp sets for you as host code gifts. So it's 1 gift per order. Celebration is over. And so it's 1 gift per order, and you can pick one of these items. And so these fun foam adhesive strips, oh yeah, I'm super excited. My project for the retreat uses those, and I'm loving them. So I decided to offer those. And then this white glitter organdy ribbon is just stunning. So I thought it would be beautiful for your holiday projects. So that was what my hope was there. But this is where you can find the stamp sets that we're using today on page 78 of the holiday mini catalog, right? All right, so here we go. I'm excited to get started and kind of show you what I've got here today. So I'm gonna put some of my cards back because I wanted to kind of show you what we had going on here. So this is the stamp set we're going to use, and I think I've used everything in this stamp set except this piece. I'm not totally sure why. I think I just forgot about it, maybe. I don't know. I don't know that I even really saw it until I was just looking at it right now. But I'm going to pull my computer here, so hang tight with me while I pull my computer over so that I can continue to say hi. Hi, Marie from Wake Forest. Thanks for popping in here. Annette Thompson, hello. Oh, goodness. I hope you're doing well, and I hope you'll join us for the next Team Craft Day. We'd love to have you, and we certainly missed you on the last one. Okay, so this one is such a fun card. So this one I loved. And, you know, again, there are tutorials available for you on BrandysCards.com. And if you can't find it, you're going to type in the search bar Amaryllis Abloom, and you'll be able to find the post with these tutorials. But this one I really liked, and you know, I'm not going to create this one for you. It's pretty self-explanatory. But what I am going to show you is, remember, this can make a beautiful sympathy card. this can make a thinking of you card. It just so happens that this is the name of the, this is the sentiment in the stamp set. But here is a "You Are So Loved," and you would just wrap that around. I just like doing that. I'll put like some Stampin' Dimensionals. See that one? Actually, that one looks like it might be straighter. So then I would put some Stampin' Dimensionals back here, and then I would put it on my flower and just wrap that around and tack that down, and then you're going to add it to the top of your card. Okay, so it's quite easy. A fun card to make, and it's kind of where I got my creativity, or I should say it's where it started. These are your matte black dots, so those are really pretty. Of course, if you don't have a matte black dot, you can take a gem and color it with a black Sharpie, and you can absolutely accomplish the same thing. So from there, I decided, okay, well, that was super cute. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to grab a soft succulent stamp pad, and soft succulent, I know, right? So I have to tell you, I have to give credit to Miss Amanda for this one, because I told her my idea and she said, oh, what I see and I envision is soft succulent and evening evergreen. I was going to say evening espresso, but that's like totally not right. But anyways, right, it's easy to do. But that's what she had said, and I'm like, you know what, that would be a gorgeous card. So that's kind of where it started for me. So I've mounted my Amaryllis Abloom, and I am going to stamp it right here on my basic white cardstock. Oh, it's just so pretty. It really is such a beautiful flower, and it's beautiful standalone. There's not a whole lot that you need, really. It's quite lovely. And then we have our evening evergreen. So I'm going to open that guy up, and I'm going to pull this aside. And so on this one, I thought, what about the wishing you a beautiful season? And so this is evening evergreen. And so what I'm hoping to accomplish with these cards today is to inspire you to pull out different colors and mix and match and think about lights and darks as far as what you could stamp as an overlay, okay? So that's evening evergreen overlaid of the soft succulent. So, so pretty, so pretty. And it's really easy, right? And so when you think about that, you could certainly do that with, gosh, just about any color, right? You could do it with the pinks, or, just get creative and give them a try. That's what I did, is all afternoon I was just like giving stuff a try, and then I would call Amanda in and be like, okay, what do you think of this one? So here is the card that I ended up creating with this. And so you'll see back here, there's evening evergreen, soft succulent, and then this is your basic white, okay? And then of course you've got your flower, and then these are those pretty little gems that I just can't get enough of. Yeah, those in color jewels, they're so fabulous. And so I just added some soft succulent jewels. So it's just really neat. And one thing I'm excited to share with you today is that all the cards I'm going to show you, pretty much them all, not all of them, but I'm going to say 75 to 80% of them, and I have a lot of cards today, they all use the same dimensions for the most part. They're just different colors and different layers, but the dimensions for them are pretty much all the same. Okay? So here, let's take it a different direction. So we have that one. I'm going to pull in my Pierce mat. I just find when I'm using my photopolymer stamps, the Pierce mat is quite nice. Actually, you know what? Before I do that, let me show you one other thing. So I told you I was playing, right? And I like to show you different ideas. This one never really came to fruition, but here is kind of where I started. Ignore that right there. After I did that, it was like, oh, you know that, right? But what I was thinking was that this flower would be gorgeous right here. And so this one has cherry cobbler stamped on top. Didn't love that until I did it with the evening evergreen. But I thought this was kind of pretty as it kind of came up the side and a little bit lower over here. And I thought that, again, this is the same size, that you could layer that up. And then you might even layer it on another piece of white. This one's quite big because this one is the bottom layer, there would be another layer in between here. So you could do something like that. I just thought that was fun. And then I also started stamping this beautiful flower in early espresso on the crumb cake. So, you know, just really, really fun, just some different ideas. But I wanted to show you that because I think that there's value in showing you kind of ideas that worked, but also maybe ideas that didn't actually come together. I think it makes it, you know, more real that, okay, it's not always perfect. As long as it's fun and you're enjoying yourself, that's really all that matters. So this is Evening Evergreen. Love this color. So nice. And so with this one, I thought, okay, Evening Evergreen stamp pad, I'm in. And the little checks. Yeah, so check out those little checks. Check out those checks. It's kind of funny. Okay, so anyway, I know it's funny. We crack ourselves up around here. I know there's times that Amanda's like, she makes a wisecrack, and I'm like, Amanda, does anybody else think that we're silly? Because we clearly think we're silly.
We are very entertaining.
Yes, we do. My husband, I'm not sure how much entertaining he thinks we are, but he puts up with us, and I appreciate that. So here we go. I am making my way around with my fun little checks. And okay, right there. Yes, perfect. Okay, so I'm just going to clean that stamp. I don't think I'm going to use it again tonight, but in the event that I just get a hair up my you-know-what and decide to use it, I want to make sure that I don't double stamp it. Okay, so then here we go. So this is going to be my basic white, and I have Cherry Cobbler. So this was kind of a, I don't know, we were playing. I was just playing with this stamp set, and I thought, you know, I want to go holiday. I want to feel kind of a holiday feel. And so I decided, all right, well, let's do Cherry Cobbler. So here is my stamp, and I'm going to ink that up in Cherry Cobbler and make sure my little paper's clean here. Whoa, oh, look at that. Who's done that before? Yeah, wipe it on my shirt. Nice. Good thing it's black. Okay, so here we go. We are going to stamp it straight down, straight up. Oh, look at that. Oh, it's so pretty. So, so pretty. So pretty. Okay, so there's Cherry Cobbler. And then I thought, well, let's go back to our Evening Evergreen stamp pad. And let's go ahead and, again, I want to show you some different ways. Like, I feel like I have cards that could be Mother's Day. I have cards that could celebrate something someone has done. We've got sending you love. And so I think that this stamp set is so versatile, and I'm super, super excited to share it with you. All right, so let me take a deep breath here. When I'm doing this over the camera, it's like, okay, focus, because I didn't want it to go wonky. You know, it's really easy to get it to go wonky. It's easy when, like, you know, you're not on camera and not like, you know, whoa. Anyway, y'all get the gist. Okay, so now I need Stampin' Dimensionals. And we are going to add some Stampin' Dimensionals here behind this pretty flower. And we're going to layer it up. And so the cool thing is I think, you know, I've shared this before, is that sometimes all you really need is to layer some basic white cardstock to get a beautiful layered look, right? So don't forget that, you know, try to, you know, if you're like, gosh, I don't know what to put behind it, I don't really know what to do. Sometimes all it takes is a layer of basic white, and you have got it, you know. So sometimes it's just keeping it simple. And all of today's cards are fairly simple. I think that you can easily recreate them. And so, you know, that's always nice too. Sometimes we just need a card on the fly as well. And these are quite lovely. Okay, so here you go. So there we have that. And then we would add it straight to the top. Yay! So then once I added it to the top, I added yes, surprising, a in color jewel. Those right there, the Evening Evergreen. It's hard to make it, you know, sound like, you know, we've never seen those before, but we have lots of times with Brandy Cox. I love these. These are great. Everybody needs these in your drawer. They're so great. There's yellow, the yellow ones here, right? I forgot, what was the color? No, those are pale papaya. Isn't that right on that one?
Yes.
Yeah. They kind of fit with yellow like a Daffodil Delight card too. So nice. But anyway, so here, let's have a look at what we've got so far. And so we have, you know, you have those 3 so far. Very nice. And it's just, you know, again, this black layer is the same as the evening evergreen and this bottom white layer. The only difference is there's just not a layer in between. So just to kind of give you an idea of kind of the sizing here. All right, so let's move on. I love the checked background. Did you guys like that? Did you guys like the checked background? I'm going to kind of look around here. Hi, Karen. I'm so glad that you're here with us. And Donna Johns. Hi, Donna. And Carol and Miss Patsy. Hi, Mary and Loretta. Thank you for joining me tonight. Happy Friday night fun night. I'm so glad y'all are here. Okay, so then I was thinking that, you know, I wanted to, in my mind, Amanda was thinking evening evergreen and succulent, which turned out lovely. Absolutely beautiful and super excited for her suggestion and encouragement there. But one of the things that I was thinking about that I couldn't get out of my head was I wanted to do a simple card that, well, I don't know, that I'm sending lots of love. I was thinking maybe sympathy. I was thinking love, sympathy, that sort of thing. And so here's kind of what I decided, kind of the take that I took, the direction that I went with it, all right? So this is early espresso cardstock, and I have crumb cake here. And so I am, hi Donna Page, I just happened to see that you're in here too. Hi Anne Marie, thank you for joining us tonight. And Miss Patsy, so good to see everybody. I hope everybody's doing good and staying safe and well. That is my hope and prayer. Okay, so I just added my crumb cake cardstock along the edge, top, front, left of my card, okay? This is a little dinky scrap as I was putting this together, and I found it and I thought, oh, you know what, that's perfect. It gave me this little bit of accent that I just needed to break this up. And so I'm actually adding it to the top of the crumb cake, and I'm adding it to the front, the top of the crumb cake to the right, all right? So it's just basically acting as, you know, just as kind of an additional layer, and it's gonna kind of break up the card a little bit. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull in, yes, you've got it, crumb cake and early espresso. So let's start with crumb cake. And of course, now you can add color to these flowers for sure. You can ask my team members. We did lots of that, and I'm going to share one of those today. But right now, I am excited to kind of show you some quick and easy, you know, some simple cards that you can just stamp and go. So this is crumb cake. Actually, you know what? I want my Pierce mat, I think, on this one before I give this a go. All right, so we're going to ink it up. And just going to have a look here, and I think we're going to stamp it right about there. Do you guys ever do that? You're like, oh, just do it. Stamp it. Okay, so there you have it. And then what I thought was I could take the sending lots of love, and that is going to be early espresso. And the sending lots of love, I should just stamp it once. Yep. Oh gosh, it's so pretty, isn't it? And so this one is going to be off to the side. And I just thought that was such a nice touch. You know, it's such a pretty card, and I think that it could be a sympathy card. It could be a thinking of you card. There's lots of different things, right? But I liked the earthy tones. So here, I'm going to show you what I did next here is I added these elegant faceted gems. Of course, you could add any gem that you would like, but I picked these because I just thought that it looked really lovely to kind of have one of these kind of off to the side. So that was the big one. This was the little guy. And then I decided to kind of put one over in the edge here. Come on, let's get up in here. Okay, so then I decided to kind of put one up there. Now, to kind of dress this card up even more, to make it a little bit more elegant, I added some linen thread. So this is the one without the linen thread, and this is the one with the linen thread. So this is just directly stamped on the front of the card. And of course, you can add another message on the inside. Oh, there's a dimensional in there. You could add them in the inside. You could, you could stamp your envelope. Remember when I showed you this piece, my thought was how beautiful it would be to stamp my envelope flap on this crumb cake and then add that to my envelope flap. I just thought that would be really, really pretty. So that just kind of took it in a different direction. Hi, Tanya. Thank you for popping in here. I'm glad that you like this one. I know that you like those earthy colors too. So it's just really quite nice. Pretty cool. All right, so now I'm going to show you a couple more cards, and then we're going to take it into another direction, okay? So let's see what I have and where those cards are. So I'm going to save those for later. Okay, so here, actually, I'm going to show you this one. Is this one my favorite? No, probably not, but I do like it. And I think that there is, I think there's something to be said for stamping straight on the front of the card itself. I really, I think you could do some different colors and things and just have a lot of fun with that. So this is Soft Succulent right here. And then I did Calypso Coral and I did Daffodil Delight. And then in the center is going to be Misty Moonlight. Change up the colors if you want. But I thought it was kind of a fun play on some of the other pieces that were in the stamp set. Okay? All right, so I'm going to set that one aside. And let's see what else we have over here. Okay, so here we go. So the next one we're going to do is probably my favorite. But before we do that, do you guys remember when I shared with you last week these lovely cards? Yeah, does anybody remember those? Well, if you weren't with us last week for Friday Night Fun Night, these were the fun cards that I shared that night. I loved them so much. And again, this stamp set is one of my host gifts for this month. But we used our watercolor pencils. And so we used our watercolor pencils, and we also used our blender pen. And I think I mentioned that if you leave a comment that I would share, I would pick some winners, right? And the winners would get a Seasons of Fun stamp set, and both of the watercolors, and then the pencil, the blender pen to blend it. I was super excited about that. I just love using these products, and I hope to bless somebody else with them. And I'm so grateful for your comments. I'm so grateful that you're here and that you're spending your time with me. And if you're watching the replay, thank you for being here and enjoying it. I hope that you find ideas and inspiration. And along the way, if I have some extra goodies, I would love to share them with you. So I went through the comments last week. And thank you for all of those kind, sweet comments. And so I did a random draw, and I'm super excited. The winners of winners, we got a couple. So of the fun products here are going to be, we have Barbara Wren. Congratulations, Miss Barbara. And we also have Tahira Blout. So congratulations, ladies. Super excited. Yay. Yay. So cool. So we're going to send you those on Monday. And of course, if you haven't had the chance, this one has gotten it's kind of rough. But these tutorials are available for you to download. So those are available for you on BrandysCards. So you'll be able to find those quite easily. Okay, so we have our winners, and I shared that. So I'm going to come back over here. These were colored with those watercolor pencils and that blender pen. So I'm excited to show you the next card, which was also colored with those as well. And I did share this at my team event, which was so much fun, our craft day. It was probably my favorite card that I shared with them. And so I just wanted to share it with you today too. That one is not the right one, so I'm going to pull this one in. Okay, so here we go. I have some colors here. I have Bermuda Bay. Well, oh, here I go again. So that's actually Coastal Cabana. Yes, it's darker than what looks like Coastal Cabana, which is actually Bermuda Bay. So just, you know, watch that, because that can really screw you up, man. So that's Granny Apple Green, and this one is Garden Green, and then I have Daffodil Delight here. So what I'm excited to share with you is this is actually stamped and stays on. I'm not going to get into it. If you're not familiar with what inks to use or how to clean the stamps once you use them, please go back and watch my Seasons of Fun video where I share more information and a bit more in depth, okay? But because we're going to watercolor, we're going to use stays on, all right? If we were using our Stampin' Blends, alcohol markers, we would use Memento, but that's not what we're doing today. So this was stamped and stays on, and it was cleaned immediately after it was stamped. The stamp was, okay? Very important. But again, if you're not familiar with the inks or know why it's so important, definitely go back and have a look at that video. So Granny Apple Green, and so I just started here and kind of went down my flower stem and added my Granny Apple Green. Boy, I like this color so much, so much. I like that color. And then I took my Garden Green and I kind of came in these dark areas. Well, they're not really dark, they just have lines in them, right? And it kind of looks a little darker. And then I just sort of added a bit of dark here and there, just to kind of add some color, all right? So you're going to want a piece of scrap paper when you're doing this. It's important to have a piece of scrap. And I have my blender pen. And so what I'm going to do is just to kind of soften this, I'm just going to come down and soften it out a little bit. Now this is not watercolor paper. This is just basic white paper. It absolutely does work. Just you can't rub, you know, you just can't rub on it a ton because you can dig a hole for sure. And we've all done it. And once you do it a few times, you're like, okay, I get it. I got to stop rubbing. So it's kind of a, you know, it's a smooth, you know, kind of stroke, right? And so that's just so pretty. I just think that's lovely. And so what if we added a little bit here too, to kind of maybe break up that color a little bit. So we're just going to kind of add that in there to kind of break up that color. And so you can always go back, of course, right, and add more color to it if you want. But that's just so pretty, so pretty. And you know, unlike the kids were a bit more coloring, really, you know, with the different, like kind of her pumpkin and stuff. This one's actually quite simple. So next we're going to go with, we have both our Bermuda Bay and our Coastal Cabana. We also have a Daffodil Delight marker here. So I'm just going to add some Daffodil Delight kind of over here on my flower. And then I'm going to add some Daffodil Delight kind of in the center. So, you know, I'll be honest, I didn't really know exactly how the amaryllis flower was colored or the colors of it. So I just went onto Google, you know, Google that stuff, man. Anything comes up on Google. And so I just Googled it. And oh my gosh, there were so many beautiful colors that came up. And so that's kind of where I started. And then I started just going to town, coloring away. So this is Bermuda Bay. I know it's a bit deceiving, but it is. And so I'm going to come in here and just add a few Bermuda Bay, you know, spots, okay? So, you know, when you're doing this, I have done several, okay, because I've been practicing and I shared this with my team. And I kind of like some white in there. But I have to say, it doesn't always end up that way. You know, it's like, okay, I like white in there and stop coloring. And then it just doesn't always end up that way. But that is kind of my goal. I do kind of like some of the light and the dark and some of the white in there. So as you can see, I am just adding a bit of color, not perfect by any stretch, just adding the color here to the flower and a few of the flower lines. And then what I'm going to do, is I have Coastal Cabana, and I'm going to go back in here and very lightly add some Coastal Cabana. The Coastal Cabana is a lighter color than that Bermuda Bay, so it's quite nice, and it's going to lighten it up a little bit. And if you do this a couple of times, you might find that you want the dominant color to be the Coastal Cabana versus the Bermuda Bay, right? So, you know, do a couple, play with it, and see what you think. I mean, that's what makes it so much fun anyway. So we're going to go back to our blender pen, and I am just going to actually, you know what, I'm going to start in the center, and I'm going to, oh, I missed this guy, didn't I? So I'm going to start here in the center of the yellow, and I'm just going to shade that out. Now you got to be careful because it can go green, right? Because you're mixing a yellow and a blue. So just be careful that you don't get a green. And so, you know, you might even shade that first, right? Shade that yellow first. But now I'm going to go through and blend in some of these colors. And really all I'm doing is softening it, is really what I'm doing. And it's amazing how when you get in there, how bright it can get when you start, you know, when you wet it, I guess, with the blender pen. So yeah, so it's just really fun, and it's such a pretty color, so pretty. And of course, oh, that's the dark one. Well, it's actually the light one. So boy, that throws me off. It's so funny. But you know, you can go back in here and add a bit more color if you want to. You certainly don't have to, but have fun with it. Don't dig a hole, but enjoy it. These pencils are fun to use, and so is this blender pen. So here, let me show you the final card. Actually, you know what, before I do that, I'm going to show you one other thing. So this is the sentiment that I stamped, sending lots of love. And so here, you can see that on this one, it's quite, you know, it's stacked, and that's how it stamps. But on this one, I decided that I would do a little bit of cutting, decorative cutting, if you will. Nothing, I'd say nothing fancy, but you know, decorative, it would have to be a little fancy, right? I don't know. I'm just kind of making it curvy and kind of whimsical, kind of going around it. Nothing like, no real tight, straight edges. And then around the sending, and just kind of coming around and just sort of working my way through there, okay? So what I ended up doing is I thought, well, you know, I love this sentiment, but I want it to work for me, and it wasn't working the way I wanted it to on this card. So I created my own, I broke it up, and I'm going to show you how I decided to stack it. So I thought that would be pretty going across here. And so sending, and then lots of, oh, where'd love go? Oh, nope, that's not lots. There's love. All right, so sending lots of love. Certainly y'all got that because, whew, that was backwards. Okay, so there we go. Perfect. Okay. So again, you know, if you want something darker or lighter, you could certainly do that. But hey, check this out. When you add it to the Coastal Cabana, whoa, and Basic Black, I just tossed my sentiment here. Okay, there you go. So here, check out the finished one. Let's go ahead and just do that. So here is the finished one, and that one was colored the exact same way. Now maybe you would prefer, maybe not as much of the yellow. Maybe you prefer less yellow or Daffodil Delight. You certainly could do that, right? I mean, this is your card, and you know, create it how you would like it. This one has a bit of the Pacific Point, I believe, yeah, the Pacific Point in it. And you know, if you don't like some of the lighter green in there, well, maybe you focus on the darker green, right? So you could certainly do that. There's no right or wrong way. This is just however you like it, right? And so I just want to really try to express that I'm just trying to give you an idea and a starting place, but my hope is that you're going to recreate it as is, or you're going to find inspiration and take it maybe a step further or do something, something else with it, right? So that's kind of what my hope is. So anyway, this one has another blue with the Pacific point. So really, really fun and a little bit different. Okay, so I hope that you guys like that one. Did you like that? So Tanya says, I like the look of the words. Yeah, that's probably one of my favorite parts is the sending lots of love. I thought that was really cool to kind of break it up that way, and I thought it was nice across the stem of the flower. So that's why I did that. Hi, Carla. I'm so glad you made it late. That's perfect. I'm so glad you're here. And of course, you can always go back and watch the replay. So we're glad you were able to jump in and join us. And Laura says she likes the color combination. Well, Laura, if you like that one, I've got some more for you. So I've got some more to share. And like I said, so this card we created at my team event. And it was so fun to share these with everyone. And so I went ahead and was really trying to give my team some ideas as well so that they could share with their customers and their friends and family. And so I'm going to show you some more cards that I created too.
Wait,
and
more cards?
Yes. Unless they're not wanting any more cards.
Wanda said earlier that she was glad you had more.
Oh, yay. Is Wanda in here?
She's having lots of fun.
Oh, that makes me happy. And I saw Arlene. Arlene, did I see you had ankle surgery? Ouch! I hope that you get feeling better soon. Hopefully you're close to your craft table and that you can like ooch, right? Ooch up to it, right? So we'll be thinking about you, absolutely. Okay, so cutting up with Kathy. Kathy McDaniel's in here. Hello, Kathy. Congratulations on your 5-year Stamp-iversary. So excited. Kathy is on my team, and it's hard to believe it's been 5 years. So big shout out to Kathy. Happy Stamp-iversary. Stamp anniversary. Try to say that. That is like crazy. Okay. Hi, Lori. Thanks for being in here. And Miss Robin. Yay, more cards. Robin says, yeah, bring it on. Okay. Well, I'm just going to put these aside here and let's see what we have. Oh, okay. Yeah. So this one, all right. I scratched my head. It's like, okay, I guess that means I'm thinking. So you're like, what? So this one is fun. So you know how we did the checks on here? The checks on the background on this one. This one is black checks as well. And then we added Coastal Cabana and we added a basic black. And then we added the flower on top. And so what I decided to do is I actually broke this one up with some Granny Apple Green. And so that one sort of got, kind of got broke up a little bit with that Granny Apple Green. And here you can see I didn't do quite as much yellow on this one. So again, it's just kind of whatever you like. It's just whatever you like. But I thought that was fun, right? And so that just kind of shows you another layout, another layout. So hi, Denise. I saw that you visited my retired store today, Denise. Thank you for stopping by there. And I'm super excited that you found some treasures. That makes my heart happy. And I will be sure to get back with you this probably tomorrow or Monday. We've got soccer, like soccer. So Dylan has been the ball boy now for college here, Davison College. So we're super excited about that. And we've met one of the Davison players that is a ginger like my Dylanator. And he's so, this young man has so much charisma and he's just so sweet. And so he has been encouraging Dylan in his soccer. So it's so much fun. And Amanda and I took a field trip today. Yeah, we did. We took a field trip and I'm like, okay, we're going to go and we're going to buy like Davison gear.
Some merch.
Yeah, some merch. I'm like, Dylan's like, Mom, you need merch. I need some merch, but we went and bought merch. So it was really fun. We're all going to be decked out in red, black and gray. And we're going to have Davison right across. And, and maybe Amanda will have it on her glasses or something because she's got like donut glasses and stuff.
I should have known.
Yeah, Dylan is like, please don't let her wear those on the field trip. True story. but we love Miss Amanda.
He's not as adventurous as Sal.
All right, so moving on. All right, so here, how about Gorgeous Grape? So I decided to move towards Gorgeous Grape, and so here we go. So this one, I know this is like, whoa, what happened there? It sort of looks like I spilled something on there, but I didn't. There is a method here. Okay, so Miss Amanda. Okay, so here, these are the checks. Amanda is laughing at me. I'm feeling insecure. No, just kidding.
You're doing great. They're loving it.
Okay, I hope so. So these are the soft succulents. Well, those are the checks, but I stamped them in soft succulent. And then I went back and there it is, the little splotchy, right? And then I stamped that in black. And then, yes, I took my my watercolor pencils and I used the Gorgeous Grape and I colored my flower. So I'm not going to get into all the detail or show you exactly how I did that, but I am very excited that you do have a whole set of tutorials here with all the sizes and the dimensions so that you can see the exact colors that I used to color these, okay? So I thought that that was really, really good so that you could recreate these yourself at home. So here is my Gorgeous Grape one. Look at that one. So I think this would be a beautiful Mother's Day card. My mother loves purple. She loves any shade of lavender or purples of any color. And so I just thought that was really fun. I colored it pretty much the same way as the others, except I used the Gorgeous Grape. And again, I stamped those checks in soft succulent because I wanted them lighter than the black. I could have certainly done it in Gorgeous Grape, but during our team event, I didn't want to ask my team to have more products than they needed. We had a certain set of colors, and so I was trying to make those colors work, and I thought it turned out so nice. So that is the Gorgeous Grape one. And of course, you could stamp your envelope or do something fun with that too. All right, so moving on for my pink lovers out there. Of course, we can go with some pinks too. So here is a beautiful pink one. Yeah, so this one is basically, and again, these like dimensions here are pretty much like consistent across the way. This is Flirty Flamingo, I believe. Yep. And it's Flirty Flamingo. And what other color did I use in here? Maybe Rich Razzleberry. Those were the two colors. Actually, Melon Mambo is what it was. Yes, Melon Mambo and Flirty Flamingo. So I used a combination of the two. And I did the exact same thing that I did before and just colored it. I liked leaving some of the white in there. And of course, you can leave white, color it all in, whatever you would like to do. So I'm going to have Doug back the camera out and I'm going to show you just kind of, there we go, that's good. And so I'm going to show you kind of the colors here with you've got, a beautiful blue flower and a beautiful, you got the pink, and then of course you've got that Gorgeous Grape, right? So anyway, there's lots of different ways that you can go with this stamp set. And I hope that I've showed you some neat things that you can accomplish and some of the different ideas. It's so versatile, really. I mean, one of my favorite things is that, we've pulled out a holiday card, although I can't find it right now. Yeah, because, I get creating and I get talking and I get so excited, then things like disappear. But then see here, this one's got the checks and it really is completely different. So you've got these beautiful bright colored cards, right? So there's three, let's see if I can count. 3, 4, 5. Oh yeah, here we go. And then this was the other one of that set that I shared with my team. And then today I went back at it and I went and added some more of the earthy colors. So let's take these aside. So which one do you guys like of those? Which one do you like?
Lots of people liking the pink
Yeah?
and the purple.
Like the pink and the purple. Yeah, they're quite striking, really. Very striking and lovely. So pretty. It's hard for me to really decide which one my favorite is. I like the black and white one a lot because I think that there's so many different ways that you can go with that. but of course I do like the color and I like using my pencils. So Shirley says she likes the purple ones and the blue. Okay. And Tanya says the gorgeous grape. I love that one too, for sure. Okay, so I'm gonna set this aside. Now, if you're liking my cards today, please click the like button. I would love for you to like and subscribe. It's gonna help me grow my channel, which I'm so grateful. You know, reach some more crafters here to join us for Friday Night Fun Night. So we just went from like bright colors to earthy colors, to that crumb cake and espresso and evening evergreen and succulent. So this just takes it in a completely different direction, doesn't it? So anyway, I hope that you enjoyed those cards. I had so much fun making them today. As a matter of fact, I had all these ideas whirling in my head, and Amanda's like, what are you doing? Like, we're getting ready to go live and you're like out there crafting. And I'm like, oh my gosh, Amanda, I have these ideas and I can't get them out of my head and I want to share that with everybody. And so at the very last minute, I'm like, okay, Amanda, we're going to write tutorials like now. And she's like, we go live in like an hour. So anyway, I'm super excited. There is a whole bunch of tutorials out there on BrandysCards.com, courtesy of Miss Amanda helping me and getting those done for you. So if you want to recreate those cards this weekend, you certainly can. If you're interested, if you don't have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, I would love the opportunity to help you earn your business. I can send you a set of catalogs. So reach out to me on my contact page on BrandysCards.com. If you're one of my current customers, thank you so much. I hope that you enjoyed our fall celebration season, and I hope you got lots of fun celebration stuff and some goodies and are going to be creating with them over the coming months, right? So there's really good stuff in there. And of course, thank you for your business. I'm grateful for you, and I'm super excited to offer these two stamp sets as my gifts for this month, for the month of October. So remember, you have to add the host code. Yes, you guys are gonna get cranky with me as I continue to email you. Please add the host code. Stampin' Up! Is not doing that for us demonstrators anymore. So they are saying no more, that customers have to call and add that. So if you forget, it's not a big deal. I'll send you a courtesy email asking you to please add the host code. It helps me earn rewards so that I can purchase a gift on your behalf that I can send you because we love sending happy mail. It's something that brings us great joy too. So I think that's about it. Honeybee Stamping Hive. Hi, Honeybee. So good to see you in here. I love you to pieces, and I enjoyed your presentation on the demonstrator planning place. You did a fantastic job. Really, really good. So, okay. So anyway, hi, Judy. Hello. Thanks for popping in here. So guys, thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you had fun. I definitely would love for you to leave a comment. Leave a comment for me and I will put together a fun, little something so that I can share with you on the next video, okay? On our next live. So definitely leave a comment. Let me know what you like. And if you have any questions, make sure you jump over to BrandysCards.com and leave me a comment. I'd be happy to answer any questions that you have. Most importantly, happy October, happy fall. I hope that you have a wonderful fall season into the holidays. Stay safe, be well, and stay in touch and get lots of crafting in this weekend. Take care, everybody. Bye now.